All right, everybody. Welcome to Halo, Episode 3, Emergence. If you've been following along with Justin Reacts to Star Trek Picard, you know the rules. If you've been watching Halo, again, I watch the show. I talk to the camera about my thoughts about what's going on and leave extra commentary about what I'm seeing. I've only played the game's multiplayer, except for Halo Wars. I've not played any of that. And I've only played the campaign for Halo Reach. So I'm coming at this as someone who does not have a full grasp of the lore. I am only really familiar with what I've heard second and third hand from people, looking at wikis whenever I see something that looks interesting, and watching YouTube videos from people who have played it in depth and are explaining things. And I find the concept interesting, but again, aside from Halo Reach, I've never played anything but multiplayer because I've never owned a game system at all except for one period in time when I owned an Xbox 360. I also never read the books because I never got around to it. So, watching the show, I personally am liking it, and part of that comes from, I think, not being already fully immersed in the lore. So, as an mostly outsider, I think it's good. It has the sci-fi feel of the pre-streaming era, where you got to build up and not have to be a blockbuster every week, but where you have to tell a story and have the story build each week till you get to the end. So it's not all explodey and grab you immediately, but more of, here's a story, chapter 1, chapter 2. This is how it continues. And that's my kind of storytelling. Alright, so I am liking it so far, and I'm looking forward to watching Emergence. I hope you are too. Again, commentary during commercial breaks. Let's watch the show. They're doing previously on Halo. The one thing that gets me is Master Chief having the helmet off. But I'm living with it. I'm adapting to it. I'm just used to having FPS main characters in these kind of games with the helmet on, so that it could be the any person, so that you could be see yourself as the character. But that's me. That ring, are they talking about the Halo rings? I imagine so. Would you live on a Halo ring? I don't know if I would. Or a bishop ring in general. Any sort of ring. Would you live on one? I still don't know if I would. Just rings and Dyson spheres in general just make me uneasy. Just the sky being the ground. I don't like that. metals and plastics are to be kept separate. Having plastics being in the future still is not a pleasant future. But UNSC is also fascist government, to my understanding. So, not that the two go in hand in that normally, specifically, but I can picture it being the same. I hope that made sense to you. It made more sense in my head. Dawn of Angels. I should look up and see if that's an actual book. Children. That's not how that works. Writers, you didn't need to do that. Creepy. And children workers. Is this a USNC planet? UNSC. Sorry, UNSC, not USNC. Stop beating kids. Oh. Mm. And the Covenant has arrived. Wait, is that girl the woman who is the priestess lady? The what's her name? Must be. If you want more in-depth uh, analysis or information, I would suggest the YouTube channel Eckhart's Ladder. He knows his stuff. And we're now in the present. Dawn of Angels. Yes, she is. Okay, same person. Blessed One, that's the name. High Charity does look pretty, though, on the inside. Alright, opening credits time. So, the Covenant is looking for Forerunner artifacts. I'm fairly certain they're Forerunner artifacts. I know enough about Halo, the games, to know that they're Forerunner artifacts. And I imagine that there will continue to be Forerunner artifacts in the show, though that is a guess. And I wonder if there's an analog to her in the games, the Blessed One. Guess we're going to find out. Eventually. Or maybe not. I do like the opening credits are short. We live in the future. We don't need long credits anymore. Parallel teams can be a good idea. And it's important to be able to trust in the people who work for you, as well as trust the people who you work for. And Halsey has violated your trust, though you also appear to be an asp, so... And by that, I mean due to the text of the show, though Halsey is also an ass from the text of the show and what we've seen so far. If they somehow duplicate you perfectly and download your own memories into you, it must be somewhat unsettling. Flash cloning is dangerous. And by dangerous, I don't mean like harming others, but harming an individual, the person you clone. Because even if you copy yourself exactly, including your entire memories and mental patterns, you're still a separate person. Because you're standing a foot apart, your experiences are different. The slightest breeze, the slightest different uh, the slightly different inputs of information, visual stimuli, audio stimuli, makes it so that you and your clone are different people. You may read the same, you may have the same fingerprints and DNA scan. You're still a different person. Because that slight difference sets forth a separate chain of thoughts, which then sets forth other chain of thoughts, which then makes it so that you're thinking differently. And it may take some time, but those differences add up. And then you are a new person entirely. Because there's more to a person than just the flesh and bone. It's the thoughts. It's who we are. It's all up in here. This is where a person is. The rest of this is just a mecha. You are a bunch of neurons piloting a bone mecha with a meat shield. I'm serious. Well, we'll figure it out one day. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one day. Commercial breakover, by the way. Is it really an upgrade? I would say that that's subjective. I wouldn't want an AI system plugged into my head. An LCARS. Alright, that's Star Trek. LCARS, Library Computer and Retrieval System. Plugged directly into my head because that shit can be hacked. And I've already got enough stuff that can be hacked. I don't need it directly plugged into my brain. Did they just shut down, John? Ask permission to kiss first. I swear, you are a creeper, Assistant Dr. Jack in the Box. I don't know your name. Did he ever get a name? I don't know. Creeper. Now, why will it hurt? Are they going to actually cut into her head? Oh, I guess so. Oh, they couldn't at least numb her? Alright, yeah. This is going to... This... See, this is why I also don't want LASIK eye surgery. I can't handle stuff being that close to my eye. Oh, yeah. That was uncomfortable. Oh, I felt that in my spine. There had to have been a less painful way to do it. I don't care what they say. There had been a less painful way to do it. This makes me think of the people who wake up during surgery and how terrible a time they've had. From what I've read, I mean, I've never experienced it because I've never had surgery. I mean, I've had wisdom teeth out and one molar, but aside from that, I've never had surgery. But being conscious for this can't be comfortable. What did you do with your body, Halsey? Because, I mean, you could have at least recycled heart, lungs, kidney, liver, been an organ donor. I imagine organ donors still needed in the future. For people who, like, can't regenerate, don't want artificial replacements. Hmm. All right. We're back at the. I forgot what that place is called. The spider web of asteroids. I swear, riding a motorcycle in a crowded place like that, don't. Chicken. Now, do they only send hens or do they also send roosters? Oh. Did you push a button? Yes, a button was pushed. Be careful of super soldiers. Don't be mean. She is obviously self-aware. Don't be mean to AI. Okay? They're people too. When
The best we've got.
Whoops. I am so sorry. I'm not used to this machine. I accidentally turned on the sound. Don't want to get copyright striked. Be kind to machines, especially when they're self-aware. Because you want people to be kind to you, don't you? She is obviously sentient. Not ready to say if she's sapient, but she is sentient. Hmm. Wow, Covenant Corvettes are much bigger than UNSC Corvettes. Crafty, crafty. Crafty, crafty indeed. Alright, so. Where was I? Yes, Cortana is obviously sentient. Now, there is a difference between sentience and sapience. And I keep forgetting what the difference is. I will do my best to look it up and put it in the notes before I post it. There is a non-zero chance that I will forget by the end of the episode because we're halfway through and my memory is, not the best anymore. But be kind to other sentient creatures, synthetic or non-synthetic, because you want people to be kind to you. I mean, it's the golden rule, right? Right. Anyway, who knows? One day you might get uploaded to a machine because your body might be injured and you're still wanting to stay alive. Who knows? Our technology is going forward at a fantastic rate. Don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone in 50 years. So, commercial break is over. Let's get back to it. Oh, John's even out of his Under Armour. Interesting. I wonder how the citizens of Earth and Mars view the UNSC. Can you act? Oh. He needs to be awake for the artifact to work. That is fascinating. Also makes sense needing the conscious mind for the artifact to work. It's amazing that humanity held on as long as it did against the Covenant. You should probably holster your weapon, Captain. I mean, obviously, it's good that he didn't because it was a trap, but if he was really welcoming her, then he probably should have holstered it. Also, being crushed by tentacles and worms, not fun. Not fun. Wait, did that just say commencing coal protocol? I'll have to watch it again later. See if they said coal protocol. You're also human. Did you forget? I mean, you obviously didn't forget, but you look like a human. Do you just not look in mirrors? Do you even have mirrors? That is an interesting looking game. I wonder what the rules are. A box of sand with sterling silver balls. And what are they playing? Is that some sort of advanced chess? Hmm. Interesting. And of course, Cortana is making her appearance without anybody alerting. Yeah, that's got to be uncomfortable. Be kind to AI. Okay? It's not temporary. They bored into your skull. I wonder if Kessler is part Spartan and so has advanced vision. That's true about deep space. That's how light works. Light and distance. Okie dokie. I'll be out shortly.
I got you a Sammy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was my family. As I said, I am on vacation. Make peace with the fact that you have Cortana in your head, John. It takes time. You're going to have to learn to live together. Yes, you said please. Good. That is a start. Try thinking about planets you haven't been to. That would be a way to narrow down your search. That's why you needed to talk to him about them, Halsey. So apparently even in the future, people don't take mental health seriously, and that is unfortunate. Though I'm glad that you're working together, though Halsey told you to, Cortana. Oh, that's gotta be so painful. I mean, you're a Spartan, so it's not. But don't cut into your own spine. Which Spartan is this one? I like how they keep cutting to her, and how she keeps reflecting on what's going on. I want to know more about who she is and what she is thinking about. What is, in her head. I hope that as this season continues on, they expand on that, because it's obviously important from the text of the show, from what we're seeing. She has more on her mind than the other two Spartans of Silver Team. Silver Team? Noble Team? No, Noble Team is from Halo Reach. Silver Team. So, I hope that they get on with it. Or get on with it, expand on who she is, and if she's also further connected with the artifacts. I'm looking forward to it. I know I've been saying I'm looking forward to it a lot, and this, not just this series, but also with Picard. But I am finding this very interesting. I am liking it, and I hope you're liking it too. Commercial breakover. Oh, things feel different without the regulator, don't they? I bet they do. The sounds must sound more real. The lights must be more intense. Is Reach orbiting a gas giant? It's been a while since I've played Reach. I don't remember enough of it. So, does Cortana have Wi-Fi? Uh, Cell data. How far is she able to talk to Dr. Halsey from away from headquarters? That's the that's one of the things that I'm just going to wonder. What is her communications range? Oh, this is beautiful music, though. Now that winter is over and spring has sprung, I am looking forward to music in the park, theater in the park, once again. Granted, I'm also trapped in suburbia at home, so looking forward to living in a city again, being able to experience such things. I imagine it must get overwhelming at first to feel things for the first time. Going to get some big feelings. Well, those memories are less pleasant. Oh, interesting. More detail now. Say please. Not that you can hear me because you're on TV. Hmm. Reach for life. Interesting. Gotta be careful, John and Halsey. But John, because she's playing you. That's an interesting ship. Be careful of stealing spaceships. Starships are tricky things. True. Pay attention. He is turning on the lights. Now, I'm just wondering how that plot is going to tie back in with the A plot being, John's plot here. I wonder if Blessed One did that on purpose. Sent out the communication as a trap, as a way to get more information. Yeah, don't operate on a web of lies. It never works well for you. So that was episode 3. Very interesting. We're going to find out what happens next week. I will see you all then.